That online trolls are sadistic psychopaths. It's something that we all probably already knew. However, now we have some science to back it up. And some Canadian researchers did a survey of a representative sample, and they found out that, hey, you know what? It turns out that these people actually are pretty sadistic. Now, let me read you what the study found exactly. The online survey by a group of Canadian researchers suggests that internet trolls are more likely than others to show signs of sadism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism, a disregard for morality, and tendency to manipulate or exploit others. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar of what an online troll is, it's usually a person who will say something so unbelievably outlandish that, of course, they either don't believe it, but they're doing it to get a rise out of the person that they're targeting. And they will succeed if the person responds in some way, usually in an angry way.
And hence the mantra online is don't feed the trolls, right? Now, I guess a little surprised by this. I mean, you would think this would be the most unsurprising thing. But I mean, I always thought that the trolls were just playing bus nuts.
No.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not as bothered by the trolls as others.
You play bus nuts, right? But
right.
Would you ever go out of your way to go onto any YouTube video or whatever and say something so unbelievably hideous that, I mean, like...
Of course not.
No,
of course
because
not.
you're a normal human being, right? Who lives a normal life.
No, but I always assumed that there were 17-year-olds giggling at home, typing up this stuff, and when somebody reacted, they were like, they were basically like, right?
Right. I'm sure some of them are, but I think that it says something about you if you spend your time, and think about how precious that resource is, right? You spend your time commenting on things just to get a rise out of someone, just to make someone's day a little more difficult.
But you have to also remember that time is not that precious to a lot of people, right? They got all the time in the world. They're sitting there and they just want to amuse themselves. But look, I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not overly surprised. If you're spending a lot of time doing this and saying the most vicious things, and then when somebody gets upset, you get a thrill out of that, yeah, I can see how you might be kind of into sadism or psychotic seems a little much, okay?
And
Machiavellian gives it a little too much credit, if you ask me.
Yeah, Machiavellian definitely does. But let me give you a little more of the study. So as Jank mentioned, you know, the psychopath element of it exists, but sadism is definitely something that's more relevant to this topic. It was sadism, however, that had the most robust associations with trolling of any of the personality measures. In fact, the associations between sadism and scores were so strong that it might be said that online trolls are prototypical everyday sadists. Damn.
Okay, you love this because
I fucking love this story. Love it. What? Anyway.
Well, you're definitely going to get some trolling now.
Fuck it. So here's some more.
Man, so this is cathartic for you. Okay, all right, go ahead.
All right.
Regulate.
So anyway, let me tell you exactly how they did the study and what kind of questions they asked. So the questions asked to determine sadistic tendencies included, I enjoy physically hurting people, I enjoy making jokes at the expense of others, and I enjoy playing the villain in games and torturing other characters.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Thank you.
That's a little way, not a little, way over the line. Okay, so if that's really the characteristics they have, ooh, yeah, that's bothersome. So look, to me, there's a huge difference because when I was a kid, I was a prankster. Okay, and so the person sitting next to me would be so annoyed by me because you know how you always pass down papers, you know, and I'd get the paper and I'd put it there, and as she was about to grab it, whoop, whoop. Okay, and she'd constantly be missing, and she would despise me. So it was a troll 1.0 in that sense. The flip side is, if anybody picked on somebody who was weak and made fun of them, oh, you're fat, you're ugly, you're this or that, I hated that.
Yeah.
And I was the first person to step up and defend them, partly because I wanted to fight. They gave me a good excuse to, right? So I think there's a giant difference between being playful and you know, ribbing people and like enjoying the pain of others. Yeah,
so let me talk about it as someone on the receiving end of the trolling on a constant basis, a continuous basis. I mean, if you're going to put yourself out there on the internet, it's just the name of the game. You have to deal with it, right? You got to have thicker skin, find ways to cope with it, don't read it. And also, knowing that these people are doing it just because they want to rise out of you makes you realize that whatever it is that they're saying is totally irrelevant and usually has no credibility. But the thing about it that sucks, right, is that oftentimes we get YouTube comments that are great and they're critical, but they're constructive in their criticisms. And I love those comments because those are the kinds of comments comments that help you improve in what you're doing. And it sucks that those types of comments get totally hidden or buried under all the bullshit that people write. And now it's kind of gotten to a point where I don't read anything at all because I don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. No, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I just dismiss it out of hand. And this study will help you dismiss it even better, because then you're like, oh, well, they got a mental problem, so that's their problem. That's not my problem. Whatever they write is not an issue for me.
Is now flowing from iHeartRadio. Get your Kierstead fix by Googling Truth on Tap with Kevin A. Kierstead. All the truth you can handle running hot on iHeart, Facebook, Spreaker, and more. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth on Tap.
You can handle the truth. And do we have a surprise for you tonight? The Doc. I'm not even going to try his last name. Got in touch with him on radio guest list. He knows about trolls. Yeah, PhD, PsyD. This is no bullshit, you guys. This is going above my level of education in this, and that's exactly what I seek to do, because I want you to have understanding. This show is a giant expose on the psychology of trolls, bullies, and bitch boys. Now, give me about 5 or 10 minutes here. I got some things to organize, and we're going to try it. The limiting factor here is the DSL connection. There's a chance, Doc and APOC, that we cannot have you both on, or even one of you, if the audio starts breaking up. That's something I'm working to remedy. I have not reached that point yet, but we're going to try it tonight. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes the calls don't start popping and cracking, and we can do this. So we're going to try it, but I'm going to play a song first. This will allow me to get my stuff organized. And then you're going to hear from the leading global expert. I'm going to go ahead and set it up for you. The leading global expert on trolling. What it is in the brains of these people that go out and seek to disrupt and offend. And want to say hi to Rick. Rick, Baby Jesus in the chat room. Make sure to check out his show on the Fuck You Network. Apocalypse in there. Andrew Bibbs. We've got Paul Dembski stopped by. I don't know if he's still with us right now. You heard him in the intro. Andrew, my favorite Australian. That would be Z Zodiac 12. You know this man. Louis B stopped by, but I think he was just advertising himself because, you know, he's more famous than me, and that's okay. I don't have problems admitting that. He's probably funnier than me, too. I haven't heard a lot of his comedy, but he's good. So we're going to get a song on here for you that I'm going to try to set up a Skype call with the Doc and the APOC. Notice how I say the when it's coming before, like, proper nouns and pronouns? Yeah, I don't know why. Here comes the song. Yeah, here comes the song right now. So we're going to play a song. That's what I'm going to do.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead.
This is Don Imus. You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead. You're going to like it, or I'll kick your ass.
Four scores and many more for your spirit to grow. See what you're hearing as our lyrics to go. For sure, award towards when you hear it, you know the true dope. Never fear it, just grow. Yo, cause you yo. It's flavor like adobo. It's major when I quote flows. Call me the po-po. Just a go. I gave you the whole show, so don't slow the vocal to add them the vocals for later. Beta tested the best is the fertile crest and the freshness. Learn your lesson, the rest is the perfect weapon. Keep stepping in the direction of home base. We're blessed with our own case, a method, so we stuck by our own pace. Take a minute, look around, you see the world that you're missing in our position. Inspiration's never impossible. Let it repeat and then rock with the beat and then repeat it again. Are y'all ready to breathe again? Slow down, little youngin' with your grind on. Get your timing right, the limelight's no place to get your shine on. Don't drown the signs wrong, you in the deep end. Breathe it in and it really begins. We got records that actually spin. No iPhone compose this with a pad and a pen. On my phone, I'll be yapping with family and friends. In my zone, this is where your reality ends. And we're at it again. There's no tricks up the sleeve. Just have faith and believe in yourself for go wealth, for good health and sunshine. Look to the sky, get your supplies for the front line. Look at my eyes, I'm realize it's crunch time. So one time, 1, 2 times, 2, 2. Even you and your crew can do what we do. Never impossible. Let it repeat and then rock with the beat and then repeat it again. Are y'all ready to breathe again?
Yeah, I think y'all are ready to breathe again. We're going to try to get Apocalypse and the Doc on right about now. So give me a moment to establish contact with these foreign entities here. Thank you. I want to thank Jazz Addicts there. The song is A and 3 H's with an exclamation point. Do not forget the exclamation point or you've completely lost it. Is this Doc?
Hey, Kevin?
Doc, welcome to the show. Doc, give me one moment. I'm going to also try to bring Apocalypse in here. People in the chat room, tell me if you can hear Doc, please.
Test. Test.
All right, let me play it back and see if I can hear it. Actually, is it working?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
All right, can you guys in the chat room hear everybody? Or are you just hearing me talk?
I can only hear you, Kevin, and I'm sorry what the other guest is.
I'm Apocalypse.
Apocalypse, I can hear him too. Perfect.
All right. Turn it up.
Okay, he says turn it up. They're saying turn it up. Let me think.
Anyone in particular to turn up, Andrew? Or just
Okay.
in general?
Okay, I think we got it here. Andrew, are you hearing all three of us? Okay, if you guys in Skype would just remain quiet for a moment, I'm going to play back the show just to make sure you're coming through real quick.